How you doing? How you doing, man? We back with another episode. I put you on game. I got another special guest with me. Man, she's an A&R for Air Hustling 404. She's a co-host for Already Canceled. And she just out here doing her thing, man. I got that girl, Kiara. Kiara, what's going on with you, man?
Pleasure having you. Pleasure having me today.
Yeah. Thank you for coming, man. I really appreciate you coming, man. So tell the audience where you from, man.
I am from Decatur, Georgia.
From Decatur, Georgia. So you ain't from Atlanta, that's where it is. You ain't from ATL.
That's the thing, like, I feel like that whole conversation is really stupid.
It is.
Because, like, if you're not from Georgia, I'm going to tell you I'm from Atlanta.
Right.
Now, if you're from
That's true.
Gwinnett or Covington, Stone Mountain, you're bugging, you know? You know, you say that.
Right.
But I feel like if you're not that far away from the city, like if you like 10, 15 minutes from the city, it's okay to say, you know, you from Atlanta. Absolutely. Especially to someone who's not from Georgia.
Right.
You get me?
Yeah.
So really like, but just for, you know, all people in politics, all you politicking ass niggas, I'm from Decatur. Be on the safe side.
You got any siblings?
Yeah, I have a brother.
Okay.
Shout out to Jaden. Love you. Do it for you.
It's a little brother, big brother.
Little brother. I'm a big sis.
Little brother. Are you a big sis? Are you the oldest?
Yes.
Big sis. Okay then.
That's the thing is like now I'm getting older. It's like, you know, you gotta set the example. You know, you gotta be that person. And like that shit hard. I ain't gonna cap. Cause I'm like, damn. All the young niggas looking at me like, what's going on? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. It is hard. It's definitely hard being an example. I mean, and then I always say it's a lot of pressure too on being the oldest because you really gotta like, I don't know though. I mean, I kind of embrace the pressure. I love being the big brother. I love being the oldest. Like I kind of embrace the pressure. Like I really do. So most definitely, man. I definitely embrace the pressure, man. But that's what's up though. So what high school you went to?
I went to Southwest Cap.
Southwest Cap.
Yep.
You out there with it. How'd you like going there?
Actually, okay, so I was in the band, like I was in the Southwest band since I was in 6th grade. Cause my whole family, they all went to Southwest Cap. So I was like, all right, I gotta keep the you know, I gotta keep the legacy. Right. So I went there my freshman year. Then my second semester, my freshman year, I went to Creekside. Right. And I hated being on the South Side because niggas from the South Side are so fucking different. like people from the East Side, you know, they mind their business, they chill, like they be on some chill shit. But niggas on the South Side, they just do too much. I don't know. I stay over here like people here really can't drive. Driving over here sucks because these streets long as a bitch. Like it was just not. I didn't like it. I like being on the East Side because I know everybody. That's my stomping ground. So it's like being somewhere else is just like. I don't like it.
So you ain't like going to Creekside?
I hated Creekside. But one thing I did like is that they had no uniforms. So I was just like, oh shit, like. Right. That's when I started tapping into how I wanted to dress. So that was pretty cool. But
where you graduated from then?
I graduated from Southwest Cap.
Oh, you graduated from Southwest Cap. Okay. So,
yeah,
so you just went to Creekside for like a year or two?
I went to Creekside from my freshman year to my junior year. Then COVID happened. Then I started. That's when I moved out the first time. Stayed with some other family members because I was determined to graduate from Southwest Cap. Because hell no, like no, like I couldn't do it.
Right, definitely on that. So what college you went to, man?
Oh, I'm in college now.
Okay, what you go to college for?
Journalism.
Journalism. How you like that?
It's interesting because like I'm taking this class. It's pretty cool because my professor, he worked for the fucking AJC, the Atlanta Journal Constitution, and he an editor for them. Like that's his job. Right. But he be teaching college classes, so that's pretty cool. And like we got these classes called Basic News Writing, and it's about like news and like how you supposed to write news stories, how you supposed to, you know, go about with media, like what's news, what's appropriate to say in news. So I like this class because like like with shit like the Shade Room and shit like the Shade Room and like Hollywood Unlocked.
Yeah.
That's
talk.
That's examples of bad news. Like that's like you don't put people's names, age, sexuality, anything discriminating. That's why it's a difference between like those kind of news outlets, like social media news outlets, and like Fox 5. It's two different things.
Well, I mean, it's called the Shade Room for a reason.
Yeah, so like, so when you know what's news and what's not news, it's a lot more interesting. Because I'm like, actually, you're not supposed to put the nigga address. You can't even say that. Like, you're bugging, That's bad. So, that's just something interesting that I learned. But like, I took psychology classes, sociology classes. So like, I'm a sophomore now.
Okay. How's that like taking psychology classes?
It's good because like, I like people. Like I want to be like, I want to know stuff that most people don't know.
Okay.
That's the kind of shit I be on. Is that bad?
No, you're not. That ain't bad at all. Because then you can better understand people. I always tell somebody, it's always important to know what somebody been through because then you can understand how to better relate to them. You know what I'm saying? The past is important because then, okay, you've been through this, so I got to talk to you this way or I got to handle you that way. You know what I'm saying? So that's very important what you said. And also when you brought up the media, because now, like, I think it was this post that Denzel did when he was like, now it's about being first one to post it. Everybody want to be the first one to post it. It don't matter if it's correct, you know what I'm saying, what you posting out there, if it's correct, if it's this, everybody just want to be the first one to post it. Saying, oh, yeah, I was the first one to post it. But then you brought up a lot of interesting things. Like you said, there's a difference between Fox News and Shady Room. That's what's up.
So like, so now it's like, I'm big on like the Twitter news. That's how I get my news really.
Right.
And and that's bad too. So like, and then I got this other class I'm taking, which is a little, I don't know, cause I'm no cap, like people be like college is stupid.
Right.
It's like if you interested in it, it's interesting.
I never said college is stupid. What I tell people is college is a business. It's a business because you paying a bunch of money. You paying for valuable information that you're not going to me, it's just the stigma around college. You know what I'm saying? Well, a lot of people, especially from me coming up, a lot of people think just because you go to school that you just want to get out and make a lot of money. It's the stigma about college that I think. And if you want to make a lot of money, you got to pay more money to make a lot of money. That's true. And at the end of the day, it's all about. It just depends on what you're going for. Honestly, it depends on what your degree for, what you're going for. There's only certain fields you get into that you are guaranteed a job. Other fields is not. You get out here, you know how many people that I know that all have graduated that are struggling to find a job, like struggling to find a job in their field. And that's the stuff they don't teach you. Why people be pushing you to go this place, go here, go here.
Because they're not doing what they want to do.
Yeah, they don't tell you the after effect that, hey, just because you go here, that don't mean you just gonna get straight into it. That's why I stress that a lot on this podcast, because I want a lot of young people to understand that. Because coming up, that's what my family did to me. Like, they pushed me so hard to go because they didn't go, and they think that's just the way. But I feel like as long as you got to find what your talent is and go for it. I mean, if you got a plan, whatever your plan is, if your plan involves school, if school is required, then go. But if it's not, nigga, don't go. So that's just my whole point. I don't say college is stupid. I just don't think it's for a lot of people. That's all I'm saying. People go for the wrong reasons because they be thinking that it's one thing, then get out and be another. You see what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying. And then how I can add to that is, I went to school first. Like my freshman year, I was studying psychology. Then I realized that psychology is like being a psychologist. Because I wanted to be a therapist. Right. I initially wanted to be a therapist. That's what I wanted to do. And then I was just like, okay. I was doing the classes, and I was just like, wait, this is like being a doctor. I don't want to go that far. I didn't really want to do all that. So I taught, and then I'm really big on everything happened for a reason. Like
me too.
I'm so big on it. I'm happy my mom told me that when I was like little. Like she was like, everything happens for a reason, you know. So it's gonna be okay. So I always kind of stuck around with that mindset. All right, stuck around with that mindset. So when tell me why I was going to register for classes and keep in mind I couldn't get hold of no advisor on the phone. Thank God, that's why I really didn't want to go to school like out of state. because everything you need is in Atlanta. Like, I didn't really want to, go somewhere else. So I could just drive to campus. If then I answer the phone, go up there. What? So I went up to there. Tell me why my advisor does the same thing I do.
Right.
Like, she has like a podcast. She does stuff, and she has 3 degrees in journalism. Well, she has her master's in journalism. And she was like, girl, and I was telling her what I did, and she was like, girl, why are you not studying journalism? And I was just like, what's the odds that because at first another dude was about to help me make my schedule.
Right.
So what's the odds that she's the one that helped me make my schedule, and she was a cool ass bitch.
Right.
Shout out to Miss Angela, I love you, girl. Like, for real, like, if she was like, girl, you need to be doing journalism, and I switched to journalism.
Right. You see, with me, when it came to my podcast, I had no idea this was something that I was going to do. 4 or 5 years ago, I never knew this was going to do. When I went to college, I went to college for business. So I didn't find out, like I said, what happened, realized school wasn't for me, basketball didn't work out. So, just what happened was I met my boy. Shout out Zay, man. I love that's my brother. I met him at the airport. And, he was talking, he already had a podcast. He already done a podcast. So he was talking about, so me and him just started talking, and he was like, you know what, do a podcast together, et cetera, et cetera. But what happened was the roles ended up turning where he ended up, certain stuff happened. He ended up following a different path. But I kept it going. I was like, let me do a podcast, man, So, I just happened to create a podcast. But the hardest thing for me creating a podcast was because I'm a private person. I don't like people in my business. I don't like sharing certain things. I don't like none of that shit. I'm a very private person. So that's just how it was for me, man. That's how hard it was at first. It was just, I was a private person. But once I got out of that, I was like, okay, cool though. But I never saw this coming. But you know what they say, you find your purpose in life. It's something that you've been doing your whole life. So I've been doing. One thing, once I stopped playing ball, I realized that, okay, as I look back now, Kiara, from 5 years ago, look back on what happened. I'm like, damn, one thing that I was always good at from back then was giving advice. I always like to put people on game. I always like to talk to people. I always like to tell people about my experience. That's something I always was good at. It's something I always did. I could wake up in the morning and just speak. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So I was like, damn. So now that I'm doing it, I'm like, damn, I'm finally walking in my purpose. You see what I'm saying?
You know what's crazy? So when I was little, you know how they had things like, we're going to be when you grow up? I would always say I wanted to be a radio personality. Then when I got older, I was like, I want to be a therapist. Because I also want to help people. That's funny that you said that. But it was crazy how I always said I want to be a radio personality. And that's basically what I did. And it was even crazier is that when I was in 8th grade, you know how they did like the superlatives? Guess what my superlative was?
What?
Most talkative. So like coming up, like I'm gonna post the certificate of me with my superlative, and then I'm gonna be like, crazy, I do this now,
Right.
So I gotta find that.
Okay.
I gotta find that little certificate.
So let's talk about, okay, now you were airing off for Air Hustler 404, shout out now. How'd that come to be? What made you want to do that?
All right, so I work at a bar. I was a server, so you know how like this is again, everything happens for a reason. That's a big thing. Like, so tell me why Doom had like a company party at my job. It's like a bowling alley. So like that shit really turned out. Like really, no cap, I really enjoy my job. Like people be like, I don't like my job. I can't relate. I love my job. It's so fun because like they playing a little trap music. So it's downtown, midtown. Everybody they're trying to get lit. People from out of town come, and it's good money, good people, good vibes. It's just somewhere. It's not a hard job. Right. I can go get cute, go to work, make some money. Right. Because really deep down, I would love to be a stripper, but that's not realistic.
Damn. I want to spend that shit.
Like if I could, just think like stripping is not for everybody. Right. But so it's like I love to go to the strip club. I take $100. I'm like, who can get it? Anybody can get it. Like I just, I don't know. If I had the money already done, if I had like it, I'd be a stripper. But be fucking for real. Right. I think, well, one, being a stripper is just a lot. Like, that's a whole other thing. And really, I like what I do.
Mm-hmm.
No, I love bad bitches. I don't come spend money on God. I love bad bitches.
Okay.
But, I don't know, like, no. Being a bartender is damn near the same thing. And you're going to make a bag.
Right.
It's like the same thing. And that's a whole other conversation. Anyway, I was serving that party. Mm-hmm. They had a party where you could get like unlimited drinks. Mm-hmm. Like it's drink tickets. Mm-hmm. They had the 100 drink tickets. It's like 25 people.
Right.
So basically, I'm just dishing out liquor. Like, shot, okay, you want a shot, you want a shot, you want a shot, because it's all free. So I'm trying to hustle, make some money, make a little side money. I'm like, where my tip at? You know, mm-hmm. I was just like, give me my money. Mm-hmm. Give me some money. Like, I was hustling my ass off, because, mm-hmm. like, I don't know, like, that's just who I am.
Right.
You know? So I was just, getting money, being me. Right. And then he was just like, hey, what's up? Mm-hmm. And I'm thinking, like, he trying to holler at me. So I was just like, I was not stunning him. I was too busy getting his bag. He was like, hey, I'm trying to have a conversation with you. And I was just like, what? What do you want? You can see me getting this bag. I'm thinking he just a nigga trying to talk to me.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just like, okay. And he was just like, wait, like, because keep in mind, at this party, I'm giving personality. Mm-hmm. I'm entertaining the crowd. Like, I'm getting lit. I'm dancing with people. I'm like, because it's lit. It's a party. It's a vibe. Like, you be having fun. Like,
right.
So I'm just like, hey, like, I'm just doing my thing. Right. And then the whole night thing, he just trying to holler at me. I'm like, boy, leave me alone, bro. This is an act. I'm acting. Move, Right. And then finally, I hustled his ass at the tip. I was like, I need a tip. It was $15. I was like, gonna give me a tip. Give me $15. Nah, I disappeared. Boom. Because the party was over, but he stayed there. Mm-hmm. So I had went, and then, because thank God he didn't leave, because I thought he was going to leave, because everybody left. It was him and a few other people, they just stayed. I was like, okay, but everything, the tabs all closed, everything good. Everybody had their tickets, everybody had a good time. Mm-hmm. But it's just like, now I'm just cleaning up. And he was like, hey, come here. I'm just like, come over here. He was like, hey, what's up? How are you? I'm like, hey, how you doing? And he was just like, I was like, I'm in college. And he was like, well, I do a podcast. You do a podcast. I was like, yeah. And this is before I was even thinking about something like this. This was last year. Mm-hmm. I was like, you do a podcast? And he was like, yeah. And he was just like, oh, well, if you want to, I can give you an internship. Mm-hmm. Go test it out. Because really, he needed more interns, because the other interns, they were just there just to be there. Mm-hmm. And then they left and went to another state. And then he was just like, hey, you're in college, that's cool. You want a job? And I was just like, yeah. So then I came in there, cool. I was like, oh shit, this is, at first I thought it was just like, someone just doing a podcast. I didn't know it was a network in a studio. Like, I didn't know it was a company. I didn't know it was what it was. So I was just like, oh, Then I came, watched a few episodes. He was just like, hey, like, we be rocking with you. This is what we need you to do. Right. So then I'm working at like this hot spot in the city. Mm-hmm. I'm just like, I meet celebrities every day. Right. So I go into work, I network, I be like, hey, wanna come to my podcast? And I just bring people in. So it's like, I'm like, hey, I know people, I know rappers, I know producers, I know people who have some shit to say, So I was just like, I can be an asset. And they was like, we want you to be that. So really he was taking me in to, I can start my own show one day. But then being an A&R is fun, because I do, like, if I want to, I can do an episode every once in a while. But I just feel like,
right.
Like, I have more fun watching, because they're both like really like they're like they're very alpha male, and I just be like, okay, Right. But I hop in and do an episode sometimes, but not all the time. But yeah, so I just the best thing that, not the best thing that I've done, but like what really like made me family. Really was everything. It was really just necessarily genuine vibes, right? Everything genuine. But I was just like, you know what? How can I prove to them that like I'm serious? Like, how can I prove to them like, hey, like if y'all go up, I go up. We a family, we a gang. Right. So I have reached out to this guy in Chicago. Shout out to For God Magazine. Okay. And I networked with him. Cool ass guy. He's also A&R for Universal. So shout out to Mike. Love you, Mike. He networked with him, talked to him for a few days. I was like, hey, can you put us in your magazine for exchange for an interview? And then, you know, we put that together, we did that. And then it was just pretty cool. Like, my daddy ain't on no magazine. Like, I got all of us in the magazine about all their stories and everything they went through, because they've been doing this since for probably like 4 or 5 years. I just got here.
Okay.
So like they're just like, damn, like that's pretty cool. So I did that, and I just been booking some really interesting, fun ass interviews, just trying to make it as entertaining as possible. And I kind of like the behind the scenes shit. Like I send all the emails, I go out and do the networking. You know, it's fun. It's an adventure, and it's just like now it's not necessarily like a job. It's like my folks, my people.
Right.
So.
Okay. So what are some of the early trials and tribulations you go on doing being an A&R?
Folks just trying me like, folks just being like, folks just be acting weird. Like, it be people that be thinking that, you know, they Beyonce, or they think that they like some big shit. Right. But really, you probably bought all your followers. Right. You know, I know where you probably getting your clothes from. You know, like I know you got rent due. You trying to, you know, make it happen. Right. So, but it's just like folks be getting like too comfortable. Okay. I don't like it, cause it's just like I had a birthday party, and at first I was gonna get like this big ass event space, and I was gonna charge like the artists perform, basically do like a big like networking thing. But then it turned into some other shit, and I ended up doing something else for my birthday at my studio. Right. But like I had an artist. I was just like, hey, like to perform it's just $50, but I have photographers on deck. I got people selling merch on deck. I got people here to network with you, but the $50 is to cover the DJ. Right. And then this girl, keep in mind, I had got her some other connections. I provided her with other connections too. Right. And then she was like, well, I didn't charge you for that. And I was just like, well, it's not the same thing. And then like she like unfollowed and everything. I was like, damn. And we were just people being lame, like folks having like their own egos and feeling like you have to like abide by their egos. Right. And it's just like, you think that you're Jay-Z. You think that you're Kanye. Right. I don't think that you're Kanye. Right. Okay. To me, you're a regular person. Right. Even then, you still gotta remain a sense of humility and humbleness. Yeah, humbleness is just like, you're not verified. Right. Chill. Relax. It's okay. You know? Right. I feel you on that. You have no features with anybody. Be fucking for real. And then like, but most time like people, if you ask like, hey, I'm trying to put you on a platform, they're like, cool, yes, because everyone, if you do something, of course you want proof that you do something. Right. So and then podcasts are like the new thing now. Yeah, they are. So it's, you know, it makes sense to if somebody want to, hey, can I talk to you? Why not? You know what I'm talking about? Right. But it's like, one is people being unprofessional. Right. Because, okay, what really pisses me off, like, say if, like, I meet a celebrity, and I'm just like, hey, how can I book you for a show? Right. And they're like, you have to do it through my booking email. And I'm just like, okay. And then, like, I'll send them a booking email, and then whoever the manager is, they suck, so they don't text back. You know, or, like, they be inconsistent, or, like, they just, you know, it's some bullshit. Like, when, like, okay, I don't want to name drop because I have respect for him. Okay. But like at the same time, it's just like, dude. So keep in mind, it's this big artist from East Atlanta, and I love him because I remember being a kid and like respecting him. So he would come to my job all the time, and I'd just be like, hey, can I get you on my show? Can I get you on my show? And he was like, cool. He put me on the phone with his friends. Like he was just like I got to talk to another one of my idols. And I was just like, oh, it was great. cool dude, cool vibe. He was like, you gotta talk to my manager. He gave me his manager's phone number and told his manager to talk to me. And I was like, yes. Talked to the manager, planned the date, rescheduled the date, because they had to do something else. And the day of, I'm like, hey, y'all still coming? Y'all still coming? Y'all still coming? Y'all still coming? Nothing.
Damn.
I was like, yo, you could have told me, oh, he can't make it. And reschedule again, like, what the fuck? Like, I'm calling you, I'm texting you. You see it, because we were talking all week.
Right.
And we rescheduled like that Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, wow. Wow. And I was mad because I told Air I was talking shit. I was like, yeah, I'm having so coming here tonight. And they're just like, okay. And I was just like, broke my heart.
Damn.
And I was in the car. And then what pissed me off is I got in the car and I chucked on the playlist. And his song was the first song to come up. And I got so mad.
Right.
Because I was talking shit. I was like, my city put it on. I was talking shit.
Right.
Pissed me off.
Nah, I feel that shit would piss me off too, though, for sure. Though. So, what kind of advice can you give to other people that are trying to be in A&R and for a podcast or just anything?
Well, the most popular A&R is music A&R.
Yeah.
And the first thing you gotta start is telling people that they fucking suck. Like
criticism.
You have to be okay with that, but at the same time, you have to be professional. You can't just go around and say, "Hey, people suck," you know.
Right.
You can't do that.
Right.
But like, I have no problem saying that. Like, hey, sir, that music,
Ain't talking about shit.
I don't really like it, or like. But me, it's just like I kind of see it as more like a talent scout.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I know somebody, like if I know an artist or a model, I love porn stars.
Oh, you do?
Yes, I had shout out to Chachi and Diamond Cartier. Some really cool ass bitches I booked, and then they're cool as fuck. Like they be doing some other content for me for my YouTuber group, What the Fuck Entertainment. But I've been neglecting y'all. I'm sorry, I love y'all. But yeah, I do shit for them too. Little A&R work. But it's, you know, it's not no big shit. We just do YouTube videos together.
Right. Okay, so what is the biggest misconception of you? What is something that people just think about you that really ain't true?
I don't know. I mean,
so somebody
emotional, because I'm a Cancer.
Are you emotional?
To be honest, I don't see it like that. I see it like, okay. The thing is, like, when I'm not like boohoo crying, it's more like I'm like, fuck you, you know?
Right.
Like, I'm like you. It's like that. So it's like people like, oh my God, Kiara, you're so emotional. I'm like, I'm actually not. I'm just telling you how it felt. Like if I come home and I'll be like, if I tell about a situation, it could have been like a stagnant situation, but I'll be like, damn, like, that would hurt my feelings. She's like, that's your problem. I'm like, they don't know that it hurt my feelings. So like, so with my friends, they just think that I'm just like a big baby, and I'm just like, I'm really not, which is funny.
Okay. See, I know I mentioned that you a host of a podcast I already canceled. What made you want to start your own podcast?
That's what Doom's goal for me was, and plus it's just fun. Like I wanna, you know, I got some shit to talk about.
I feel you.
You know, I have some, but really I wanted to go along with this book that I'm writing, cause like I knew I wanted something out there in me. So when I was like 16. I started writing my autobiography. Right. Cause my life is random as shit. It's so crazy. So like my initial goal was to make a book about my psychological theories because I was studying psychology. Right. That's what the book was supposed to be about. Right. Now it's turning into me using journalism and psychology. Right. And just understanding people as a whole.
Damn, writing a book though.
Yeah, I'm writing a book. It's long as shit. It's like it's really long.
Damn.
I think it's like a few hundred pages long.
That's good though, cause I mean, like, you know, really books are definitely out of style. You don't find too many people want to write books and stuff like that, and That's just
but
it's very weird. It's very weird though. It's very weird for real.
If you keep up with my podcasts until I get there,
right.
So when I'm like 50 years old, I drop my big book and they're just like, oh, what the fuck, you know? Dope. That's what it would be. But I wanted to be like when I became a doctor for being a therapist. That's when I was gonna release like my journal. That's what it was initially supposed to be.
Right.
Cause like, okay, for a long time I worked at Publix. I worked at my first job. Worked at Publix. I was 16, and then goddamn, this dude was just like, this was before I graduated. I was taking AP Psych, and then me and him was just talking about psychology because I just found out I was going to Georgia State, and he was like, you need to write a book, and I was just like, why should I write a book? And he was just like, because, you know, to keep track of your theories. Because he was a therapist. And I was just like, bet. And I just been doing it ever since. He'll be so proud of me now if he heard where it's at now. Okay.
That's what's up. So what's your relationship status, man? What's going on? You seen anybody?
I am single and lonely. By choice.
Oh, by choice. Okay.
Yes, I got a roster, but...
Why is that, though?
I hate, cause okay, the dudes that are trying to talk to me,
right?
It's like we it's just terrible.
How's it terrible?
It's just it's gonna start too much drama.
Why you say that?
Cause it's like people that I see often. So I'm just like, no. And then half of them have girlfriends. Like, some people are like, I'm like, do I look like a side bitch? Like, it's niggas with girlfriends love me. And I'm like, I don't want y'all.
Right.
Why?
You trying to be no home record.
Leave me alone.
Right.
I hate that, but niggas with girlfriends, and then I'm just like, damn, do I want a boyfriend? No.
So what do you look for in a guy, though? What you looking for in particular?
Just like somebody that can handle his business.
Okay.
Somebody that's trying to get some money, like somebody who is mature. Okay. Somebody that can mentally stable. Okay. And then somebody that like I can vibe with, like, babe, let's go to Vegas, like for the weekend, like let's go to the park to look at the fucking water, like somebody that's just trying to enjoy the good things in life, not just go fuck people and be toxic and fight and argue about anything.
You must have had that before.
Yeah.
You say you going very particular, so I can tell you must have had that shit before, or had somebody like that, or definitely know somebody like that.
Yeah. So it's just like now it's just like since I've been focused on myself, I done got moved into a spot. You know, grades looking good, like everything good. So it's like. And I haven't met no one that's worth pursuing. So I'm just like, just chilling.
Right.
But the people that try to hit my line, my DMs are crazy. But it'd be too shiesty. I be thinking it's a setup. But then I'm just like, I think I'm gonna pass on that.
So how would you prefer a guy hit you up then? Like, how would you prefer that then?
Someone who if I don't know, like, if I know your family, your girlfriend, and you're cheating and shit, like, you the ops.
Right. I don't know. I feel you on that though. I mean, like I always tell every female that I come encounter with, you got to pick your poison when it comes to this man. Just like men got to pick their poison when it comes to women. Men not gonna have everything you want. Yeah. They're not gonna have everything you want. And same goes for a woman. A woman's not gonna have everything we want. So you gotta ask, what's are the most important things to you? What are the things that you're willing to sacrifice? What are the things that you're not willing to sacrifice? So I mean, that's just really what it comes down to, honestly.
I totally agree.
For sure, though, man. So where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
Okay, I'm 20, so I'll be 25. I'll be living in Midtown by then. I probably done had my degree. I probably just started traveling the world. Cause no, really, I've been, I used to live in China. Like I done, my parents was in the military, so I done been some places. But it's just places I want to go. I really want to do niggas in Paris. I just want to be a nigga in Paris.
Right.
So that's probably where I'm gonna go when I graduate. But hopefully I'm working for a bigger company. But I'm still gonna fuck with my fans because that's my family. Like they're my people. Hopefully we the big company.
Right.
But it's just like hopefully I got like a really high paying job, and like I got my degree and I'm doing something with podcasts and media.
Right. Okay. What's one thing you know now that you wish you knew back then when you first started doing podcasts?
One, I curse a lot, so you gotta learn. You gotta, this is stuff that's gonna carry forever. So
I mean, there's nothing wrong with cursing though.
Yeah,
I mean, to me, I mean, there's something. I feel like there's a time and place for everything, right? But I also feel like, you see, when I bring people up here, I want you to be yourself. You know what I'm saying? If you're a person that like to, curse a lot, express yourself, go ahead. If you're a person that don't like to curse a lot, don't. You know what I'm saying? I just want you to be yourself. This ain't no platform where you gotta be politically correct. However you feel, man, say that shit. Say it. I don't give a fuck how you feel. You can say whatever the fuck you want to say.
I'm gonna be me regardless.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I want people to be. I understand certain times we get on certain different platforms, certain different networks, and we feel like we got to be someone different. We got to change up this, and we got to kind of talk a different kind of way. You know what I'm saying? So I just want people to be themselves. So if you curse me, I don't give a fuck what you do.
But for myself, I want to be more like. But really, like, if you watch my first episode of Ear Hustling, I think it's like episode probably like 96, 97. That was probably my first episode. I did terrible. Like, I froze up, I like got scared, and it was weird because I talk to these people every day. Like,
That's common though.
Yeah, but when them big fat cameras in front of you, I'm just like, and I literally went home and I was just so sad. I didn't cry about it, but I was really sad. I was like, damn. So then I just learned more about stage presence, and I learned more about how to not be scared of the camera.
Right, that was my problem too. I used to like that too. Yeah, my journey to getting used to being in front of a camera was that I started posting stuff. I started talking about my day. I used to work at the airport, so I used to come home every day and just like go on my Instagram story and talk about my days at the airport, but I post it to my close friends. You know what I'm saying?
I do that too.
I just started doing that until I got comfortable behind being around the camera. And then once I started doing that, then I started posting it to my story. And then I started posting my videos that I usually post on my Instagram, where I start talking about accountability, fear, I'm talking about dates, I'm talking about a bunch of shit, criticism, the true essence of a relationship. That's when I started posting those videos. I'm a Libra. Okay. Libra gang. So that's when I started posting those type of clips. But I went from there to now. That's how I got used to being around the camera. Because at first I'm camera shy too. I don't like being on camera. But I had to get used to it, start recording myself a lot more. But so I definitely understand that it's a difference between when you behind that camera. Like, I can talk to you all the time. We talk all the time. But guess what? Once that camera starts, it's like, oh shit, like
I got so scared.
Like this shit,
now I do a lot better though. I do a lot better now. Cause I've been doing it for a year now,
right?
So it's like, it is what it is. Right. But like when I first started, and then I got like really lit. Like I had like a lot of liquor, so I was just like, I didn't do that bad, but in my mind, I thought it was probably the worst thing I ever done.
Damn. That's crazy right there.
But it was good. I'm happy I didn't give up then.
Me too.
Because I definitely embarrassed myself on the live broadcast. But it's okay. Right. I was just saying dumb shit. But I just like, I really got camera shy. Right. Like, stuff, Yeah, so it's just like, okay, Right. It happens to the best of us.
It does.
So now it's like, I know how to do it a lot better.
Right.
And what's crazy, my whole life I stuttered, really bad stuttering problem. It literally went away like when I started talking more.
Oh really?
Yeah, like
I still stutter.
It might come if I'm mad as fuck. I might stop doing my role.
I only stutter when I'm trying to talk too fast. Sometimes I be trying to get my thoughts out so fast. I'm like, and it just be, I just be. If I take my time, like, okay, let me get this out. You know what I'm saying? I take my time and I talk, then it comes out smoothly. But when I try to, that my motherfucker come out, it just, I be staring like a motherfucker though. But that's true though. So give me your top 5 favorite artists, man. Top 5. What's your top 5?
We're talking all time, like
it can be
personal or unpersonal.
Top 5 favorites. Your favorite artists.
Personal.
I mean, what you mean personal?
Personal or like just I think the best ever.
I mean, we can do. Oh, you want top? You want to do top 5 greatest? We can do both. We can do top 5 greatest. We can do top 5 personal.
Okay, I'm gonna start with personal.
Okay.
Kanye.
Okay, me
I have
too.
an emotional.
Kanye fan.
Kanye is the best. Like, okay.
I'm a Kanye fan. Yes.
I'm a big Kanye fan.
Yes, I am too.
That toxic Gemini shit. I'm
Kanye.
here for it. Now I'm gonna tell you why I like Kanye. You know, college dropout, graduation.
My favorite album from him.
You know,
I love College Dropout.
You know, like the first like the Little Jimmy skit. I don't know where I'm going. You paying all this money to be smart. I'm so smart.
Right.
I got degrees. You know him, and then he was like, you know, he was like, that's my favorite shit. He was like, you know, you know what keeps me warm at night? That's right, them degrees. And I don't know why, but it's just like playing that in the morning while I'm going to school or while I'm getting my coffee for school.
Right. I love Kanye too.
I love that album so much. That's my favorite album.
That's mine too. Oh shit!
Like,
I love.
So like,
it's my favorite album, College Dropout. Yes,
College
sir. I love
Dropout.
College Dropout.
And then Workout Plan.
Workout
Thanks
Plan.
to Kanye's Workout Plan.
We don't
I'm the
care.
envy of all my
We
friends.
don't care. All falls down. Get 'em high. All that whole album.
I fucking love that album.
Love it too.
So that's number 1. So definitely Kanye is my number 1.
Okay.
Personal, I'm gonna go with Tyler Creator.
Okay.
Cause I'm an OG Tyler fan. You know, Earl Sweatshirt, all that. Off you and Kid Mall.
Okay.
I'm a real nigga. You know. I'm a real fan.
Okay.
I had the fucking golf wing hats.
Okay.
I had the Off Feature donut shirts.
Okay.
I had my Off Feature sticker. I had a Wolfgang phone case.
Okay.
I didn't fuck around. I still got Tyler posters.
Okay.
I'm an OG fan.
Okay.
And it really pissed me off how like people will literally like bully me, like make fun of me. Not bully me, but they'll talk shit about how I be like, I like Tyler Creator. Like, oh, you want to be white so bad? I'm like, fuck you, man. Like, bro, this is good music.
Right.
Tyler Creator is my second.
Okay.
Young Nudie is my third.
Okay.
Just because I'm from East Atlanta.
Okay.
I know Atlanta. Yeah, I'm gonna go with SZA.
SZA.
Cause SZA really like, I don't know, like SZA done got me through some things, boy. Control. She literally doesn't have to drop anything else ever. Like SZA can literally retire off Control.
Right.
In my opinion.
Right.
That's all you like. She outdid herself because it's not like any of her other albums, and it's just a fucking classic. Like that's a classic.
Right. I agree.
Huh?
I said I agree.
Yeah. So my number 5. Who gonna get my number 5 slot? I gotta think about it. Cause it gotta be somebody credible. It's between Future and Kodak.
Okay. Okay.
Cause with Kodak, I was in fucking Dade County. Like I was in Florida when they dropped Skrilla.
Right.
So in Lockjaw. So I thought I was some hot shit because I knew Skrilla and Hotjaw and Lockjaw before it became popular. So like I took that shit back up to Atlanta. I was like, y'all know nothing about this shit, boy. I used to go to Miami every summer. So I always bring up all the Miami drill songs because people don't talk about. I think Kodak is like Miami drill. Like his old shit, he was doing like songs that sound like drill songs.
Right.
That's crazy.
So you got Kodak there, not Future.
Future is just that nigga.
He is a group of Future this time.
So I got them tied as personal favorites.
Okay, so who you think the greatest to ever rock the mic then? Top 5 greatest to ever rock the mic.
I think it's Jay-Z.
Jay-Z, oh my God, Jay-Z. somebody up here had to put Jay-Z up here. Oh my gosh.
Is that bad?
I mean, Jay-Z, to me, I love the Blueprint. Blueprint is a classic. It's definitely one of my favorite.
I'm talking about influence, money, baddest bitches. I'm talking about records, hits, longevity.
To me, body of work wise, to me, it's like this. For me, body of work wise and just skill set wise, I feel like Jay-Z is it's some people better than Jay-Z in terms of skill set wise. But if you go all of that, I do have Jay-Z in my top 5 simply because of what you said, the longevity, and he has some classics in there. Longevity, consistency, longevity, and classics. But I don't think he's number 1 to me. But if you got him in, this is your top 5. My number 1 for me.
Right now or all time?
No, you said all time, right? We're doing all time.
Yeah, all time.
Okay, you said Jay-Z.
Jay-Z number 1.
Okay, Jay-Z number 1.
Second. Now, I don't know a lot about Nipsey Hussle.
Okay.
I don't know a lot about Tupac.
Okay.
I know enough about Tupac and P.
Okay, it's your list.
But that's just not me.
I understand that. You know, you're 20. You're young, but you got Jay-Z in there.
How old are you?
I'm 25 now.
Okay.
Right. So my list is gonna be similar to what people you just said.
So I'm gonna start off with Jay-Z.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna go to Kanye.
Okay.
Kanye. Drake.
No.
Cause you gotta put Drake in there.
No.
Drake, he not up there with Jay-Z, but he going to be up there with Jay-Z.
I'm a Drake fan.
I'm a Drake fan.
Here's my problem with Drake, and I'm gonna say this: you cannot put somebody in a top 5 that has a ghostwriter. That had a ghostwriter.
Okay, but
that's disrespectful to know. That is disrespectful to the people that pen their own shit. That is mad disrespectful to those people that pen their own stuff.
Okay.
That's why. Now, if you were talking about now, if Drake penned his own stuff, Drake would be my top 5. Drake would be in my top 5 if that would never happen. Drake definitely in my top 5. He's earned that, or definitely top 10ish. But to me, that disqualifies him. I don't really rank him for some reason because I feel like, how do you rank him in a sense?
Well, okay.
Without being disrespectful.
Who are his ghostwriters? Are they famous?
You talking about Quentin Miller Quentin Miller that wrote something. You don't know what he wrote, but you know he wrote 10 bands. What else he wrote? Energy. He wrote a lot of those.
Okay, but who wrote? Question: who wrote Marvin's Room?
Drake wrote that.
Okay.
Drake wrote that.
What is?
But still, you had a ghostwriter. But still, you had some type of ghostwriter. I cannot put you.
Okay,
no, it's your list though. This your list.
Help.
This your list.
You know,
so we going by this your list. This your list. So I'm not even going. You said Kanye, Drake, Jay-Z. Who else? This your list. You say put
Lil Wayne.
Okay. Lil Wayne is my number 1 for me. My generation.
Lil Wayne, because he changed the game.
Absolutely.
Completely. I really like J. Cole, but he's not in the top 5. Definitely not in the top 5, but he's definitely an honorable mention.
Really? For you to be not trying to throw up your age, but for you to be a little young, you got some people in there.
Mm-hmm. But really, cause like it's a big argument Eminem, cause I love Eminem. But it's like that's a whole other argument. He's like, but at the same time,
Eminem
have you heard "Empty Without Me"?
Eminem is dope.
That's
what I always tell people with Eminem is Eminem, his music aged badly. You cannot play "My Name Is Who," "My Name Is What." You cannot play that in 2022.
You can't.
That shit sound whack and it sound weak as hell playing that song now.
It did not age well, yep.
It didn't age well, but Eminem is dope. If you're talking about the lyrics, if you're talking about all that, Eminem is definitely top 5 though. Definitely. I got him right outside. But okay. Not a bad list.
I'm not done.
Nah, you ain't finished the 5 yet. You ain't finished the 5.
Oh, okay, so
you got Lil Wayne.
We got Kendrick in this conversation, but I really consider
Drake.
I feel like Kendrick is right along with J. Cole with importance.
Mm-hmm.
They're in the same boat. They're together.
Right. So you got Jay-Z, Drake.
I gotta add to my personal. I don't know how I forgot my king. I don't know how to. Chief Keef. Chief Keef is that nigga. Okay. I don't know why I didn't include Chief Keef.
Okay.
Feel bad about that.
Chief Keef include to the personal, y'all. He's top 5 favorites.
Definitely Chief Keef, because Chief Keef morphed me.
Right.
Yep. Oh, I ain't gonna put Gunna on there.
Oh, no, you want to get 5 now. You want to get 5.
Okay. Shut up. Oh yeah, Young Thug. That's it.
Young Thug. You got Young Thug in top 5 all time.
All time. Definitely Young Thug.
You had that list right until you put his name in there.
Young Thug.
All time.
Yeah.
Let me say this.
Yeah.
Let me argue this. So you got Young Thug. Young Thug, right? He the best in Atlanta. You think he's the best in Atlanta?
He made it.
He's better than Andre 3000.
No, he's not better than Andre 3000.
But now you got him over him. Top 5. You got him over him.
I mean, okay. Well, with Atlanta, yes, Outkast would be number 1 in Atlanta.
Right, Outkast
is Atlanta. That's
Andre is
and Gucci Man, in my opinion.
Okay, you from East Atlanta.
Gucci Man and T.I.
Okay, you said but you put Thug over all of them though. You said Thug number 5.
Okay, but Thug influenced so much. And Thug's songs will forever be hits. I'm a stoner. That song, they be playing that in 3000. Okay?
I'm a Thug fan. No, I'm a Thug fan. I love Thug. Slime Season, Bar 6. I'm a Thug fan.
I fuck Cancer.
I came from nothing.
Shout out to Gucci.
I'm a Thug fan, but
your main bitch.
But you put him over a lot of people. You just jump started Thug.
Who?
But it's your 5. So she got Thug. So she got Jay-Z. She got Drake, Kanye, Lil Wayne, Young Thug. Top 5.
That's a very funky lineup.
It is.
It's funky.
It is. Young Thug, man, you put him on so many people, man. Wow.
Okay, like who?
For me, this is my top 5. My top 5 is Lil Wayne, Tupac, Biggie, Jay-Z, Nas. That's my top 5.
I met Nas, but I've never listened to a Nas song ever in my life.
Nas.
I feel like in that conversation, people always put Tupac and Biggie, but like,
to me,
when they gonna let it go?
To me, I love Tupac so much because Tupac was so versatile for me. Tupac has songs that carry on generations. Dear Mama, Keep Your Head Up, Brenda's Got a Baby. He got famous this song, Hit 'Em Up. He got songs that nigga been dead for a long time and his music live on forever. Yes. And he got a song for every mood. You know what I'm saying? Changes. Like he just the most versatile rapper.
Okay, but it's like
and Biggie, and then he's influenced. Everybody wanted to be Pac. He influenced. You talking about Jay-Z's influence? Pac influenced that whole different era. Everybody wanted to be Tupac. Everybody wanted to be Tupac. So Tupac, to me, will forever be in my top 5 because his body of work is good and he's the most versatile rapper. I feel that he got a song for every damn mood for me. He got gangster music. He got music for the ladies. He's got music. He just got all kinds of music. He just versatile to me. Biggie for me. I like Biggie flow. Like Biggie flow was just on some real shit. Like I love Biggie flow. To me, his flow just on some real shit.
I feel you.
You know what I'm saying?
Really?
So easy going, and I just fuck with Biggie.
Also, on more personal shit though, like, I've always been more into like alternative music. and that type of shit.
Right.
So it's just like some people that are just like, ugh, like, whew, cause really like who am I to bring up? I done been drinking. Wait, I gotta slow down. Who will bring up? 3 6 Mafia.
From the South.
And stuff like that Memphis sound. I really enjoy that Memphis type of music.
Me too. Most definitely legends, man. But yeah, man, we got your top 5 in, man. So y'all heard Kiara's top 5. She got some good bitches. The only thing I didn't like was Young Thug. I feel like he's definitely not in it. I only have him in my top 10, maybe not even top 15. But that's a different conversation though. But it's your top 5 or whatnot. But yeah, you ready to get into this game, man? Let's go ahead and get into this game.
Okay, let's do it.
All right, well, I ask you 5 questions. Whichever ones you get right, I take a shot. Whichever ones you get wrong, you take a shot.
So if I get it wrong, I take a shot?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
That's how we're going to do it. All right. Let me get these questions right there. Okay. It's a good question. Which artist you think has more Billboard hits? A, 21 Savage, B, Gunna.
21 Savage.
That's wrong. It's Gunna.
So I take a shot?
Yeah, you can take a shot. Go ahead and pour you up. I got the shot glass. You pour it halfway.
I'm pouring half, yep.
Yeah, pour it halfway. You know
I might not pour it half and do it like that.
Hey, whatever.
Yeah,
whatever. I know you pour that motherfucker up, man.
I might do half of that. Okay, that's my next one.
Leave that then. I'll eat the rest if you. All right, man. Okay. I might get this song right. Which Megan Thee Stallion song sold the most records? A, I'm a Savage featuring Beyonce, or B, WAP?
Ooh, damn. Cause to be honest, WAP, that was the most iconic song ever. She said, "Get a bucket and a mop." That's some wet ass pussy. Macaroni in the pot.
Oh my God.
I need a hard nigga. WAP was so hard. So I don't know, cause Savage, I would think Savage was still
Savage
more.
was a big TikTok, big everywhere.
Yes, cause
and then Beyonce. Anytime Beyonce get on anything,
so I don't know, but WAP was just so
that's why I said
awesome.
That's why I said I'm gonna see which one you think it is.
Damn. So I think I'm gonna guess the safe side and say that Beyonce got it, because that song was everywhere. So my answer Beyonce.
That's wrong.
It was WAP?
It's WAP.
Oh,
it's
damn.
WAP.
WAP was hard.
That's the point of these questions. I try to make it to where like you just like, oh no, it could be him, it could be this, or oh no. I make you where you gotta go guess. You gotta guess this shit. That's the whole point of it, man.
Okay.
Trying to figure out. All right, let's go. I don't know if you watch sports, but I do sports too, man. Which player has most scoring titles, you feel? A, James Harden. I know you know what that is. B, Kevin Durant.
You said the most what?
The most scoring titles.
Is it Kevin Durant?
Yeah, that's right.
Go ahead and take a shot.
Go ahead. Oh, you got yours. Mine's ready right here.
Yep.
Let's go, man. Let's go. Okay, you got me one. So what? Put me down, but I hate taking damn shots.
2. 2-1.
All right, let's go. Ooh. What year did All About the Benjamins come out?
All About the Benjamins by who?
All About the Benjamins. With the movie Mike Epps, Ice Cube.
Oh my fucking God.
Hold up. I'm gonna give you a choice. Was it A, 2002, B, 2003?
2003.
And that's wrong. Go ahead and pour it up, man.
I got something here.
You got something there? Okay, let's go. Now we're down to the last question, man.
Yeah.
Last question. The classic show, Different World. You don't remember that show?
No.
You never heard of Different World?
Is that the one with Topanga?
Oh my God, have you never heard of Different World? That was like a classic show.
Is that the one with Topanga and the guy, Justin Timberlake?
No, okay.
And they were like together.
I don't know, bro. I am bad with names. Bro. I don't know none of these folks' names. I'm sorry. I know about face like a motherfucker. But anyway, you're gonna guess this then. The classic show This World had how many seasons? A 5, B 6.
5.
That's wrong.
Damn.
6. Hey man, leave out this bitch. 4-1. 4-1. I've been losing lately, so it feels good to redeem myself from this shit.
Damn.
But hey man, I guess she didn't come to play, and we're just gonna leave it at that. So what can we what do you have planned for us for the next couple months?
We're gonna get into already canceled podcasts, and we're gonna be tracking my journey on that.
Okay.
We have more coming up for your Hustle 404. We got some big interviews coming up, and also I need to support them for Manscaped. We have a brand ambassador deal with Manscaped. Y'all go ahead and type in our code to get a percentage off of y'all order.
Go ahead.
So y'all go tap into that. And follow us on Instagram. My Instagram is KEYAIRXHH, Kiara. You can follow. You can also find my links on Ear Hustling 404, the dopest podcast in your ears.
You can find me at Put You On Game _podcast_. Put You On Game _podcast_. And that's it. That wraps it up for another episode